Hey divas, how are you? It's your girl Grace, aka Facequizite here, and today we are going to be discussing another episode of Sister to Sister. The last video I put out got quite a bit of love and a lot of suggestions. People were inboxing me in my WhatsApp and giving me suggestions and stuff, and one of the things they did say was to kind of make it short and more focused, like narrow it down, because as you know, that one was kind of all over the place, but it was my first, and I did say that I would touch on the different subjects separately, but that was just kind of like an intro to that series. Okay divas, so I have taken note of what you said, and today we're going to try and make it short, and what I'm going to be focusing on today, divas, is how to dress to attract. I don't know if the title is going to be the same, but it's going to be focused on how you dress, divas. What does my dressing say about me to the opposite sex? Something like that is what we are going to be looking at today. And we're going to keep it brief. Okay, now you know I touched on this in that previous video. If you haven't watched it, I'm going to link it up here somewhere, so click on it so that you can watch it and then you get a gist of it. It's a bit long, but I feel like I mean, I watched it and I enjoyed it. Am I vain? I don't know, maybe I just love the sound of my own voice, but yeah, maybe watch it, and then, you know, because it did cover quite a bit of things in it. So but like I said, today I'm just going to be talking about more like, what does your image or dress sense say about you to the opposite sex? Okay, so like I mentioned in the previous video, lately I've just noticed that, you know, when you go on Instagram or, you know, social media, you see a lot of you know, my young sisters, as I like to call them, you know, just I mean, I don't want to say not representing, they do represent, because, you know, my sisters can dress, you know, they're divas, they know how to, you know, put a nice look together. But I just noticed that lately, you know, there's just a lot more showing and hanging out, and the sexiness of it all is, you know, it's quite out there, divas. And you know, and like I said in my previous video, I'm all for, you know, looking good and, you know, being on point with your looks, because hey, you know, I like to look good, I like to dress up, you know, I'm into the fashion big time. I may have slowed down a bit lately, you know, but once a fashionista, always a fashionista, divas. I like to look good and I want my sisters to look good. But what does your dressing say about you? What does it say about you to the opposite sex? For example, when you leave all your boobs hanging out, you know, your bombs all there, and what is this thing with big booty everywhere, surgery and all that? It's too much. You see so many dupes of Kim Kardashian's bomb out there, but that's not what we're talking about today. We'll touch that on another subject, okay? But, you know, what I'm saying is, let's be modest, my sisters. Let us be modest in the way we portray ourselves. Like, you know, dress nice, wear that nice figure-hugging dress. But bear in mind that, you know, just bear in mind the material of, you know, that the dress has been made of. For example, if it's like those thin lycra fabrics, you know that it's gonna hug you a bit more. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna hug you a bit more. It's gonna show, I don't know, a bit more jiggle, for example, when you're walking away. And I mean, and I know that's the intention of many of my divas, but look, that's not the way to do it, my darlings. That is not the way to do it. You can wear that nice fitted dress, but bear in mind the fabric. For example, crepe fabric, it would hang nicely on you. It will show your curves, but minus the jiggle and that just overtly sexiness of it. What does a man see when he sees because you know they say first impressions last, and I do believe that first impressions last, and it is important for us to make a good impression at all times. So always bear that in mind when you're dressing up, especially if you're looking to attract the opposite sex. 9 out of 10 times you're definitely going to attract them anyway, but what type are you attracting? Are you attracting the responsible guy that's looking for somebody to settle down with through your dressing, or are you attracting that bad boy who's looking for a hit and run with your dressing? Think about it, divas. Who are you attracting? Because the way you dress says a lot about you, and it would attract you to the right kind of guy. So if you dress appropriately, 9 out of 10 times you will be approached by an appropriate guy. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to say more about what's appropriate and what's not. And if you're dressed inappropriately, you know what that's going to attract. You're going to attract guys whistling and, you know, treating you like you're bingo when you're not bingo. Like, I hate that. Don't you hate it when guys do that? Or, you know, I remember when I used to live in Southeast London, and oh my God, every single time I step out of my house, there's a whistle, there's a car parked near me. And let me share a joke with you. There was one guy, right, came up to, like, the guy was following me from the bus stop. And I kind of got fed up. I'm like, look, what do you want? And he goes, and he turns and he goes, I really, really like you. And I said, really? Okay, thank you, but I'm married. And then I showed him my ring. Guess what his response was? He's like, really? Fantastic. That means we have something in common, my sister. I'm married too. And I was like, you're married too? He said, yes. I said, so why are you chasing me? He said, because I like you. Divas, can you believe the nerve of this guy? I had to laugh, and then I kept it moving because I just knew that this guy was not serious. So you have your wife at home, I'm telling you I'm married, and you're saying yes, we have something in common, and therefore you think that this is like a green light for you. Really, my brother? Really? I feel sorry for his poor wife. But you know, there are guys out there that would do that, that would step up to you regardless of, you know, whether you're married or not, and they try and pull a fast one over you, or on you rather. I'm just telling you what kind of guys are out there. So, you know, but my point is, you know, when a guy sees you looking a certain way, he will approach you in a certain way. If you look decent, you know, you're well put together, and you step out and the guy sees you, he's gonna get himself together, like, ah, this girl I'm stepping up to, I need to come correct. He's not just gonna come up to you and say, hey baby, what I say, how you doing? I bet my friend's gonna make fun of me with that fake Jamaican accent that I've just put on. And they'll come up to you and say, babe, what's up, how you doing, I like you. And you know, but you know, if you're like that chick and you know, they'll come up to you and, you know, they'll be respectful about it. Hello, good afternoon, how are you? I'm so and so. The approach is gonna be different, simply because the first impression they've got of you is decent, no nonsense, kind of, you know. And I'm not saying every guy that comes to you, look at them like, my friend, get out. Nah, there's a way to do it. We don't have to be rude. You can just say, oh, thank you very much, I'm not interested, and keep it moving. But my point is, the way you dress is going to attract a certain kind of guy. Okay? So, in summary, if you dress decent, you're not having your boobs spilling out, your dress is not too tight, you know, everything is not jiggling as you walk, you know, oh please, that is just, I can't stand that. Then, you know, the guy is gonna come correct. Hopefully, of course, you're gonna get 1 or 2 idiots, I'm sorry, with all due respect, who are just gonna come and be disrespectful, but, you know, they will think twice, most of them, they will think twice before coming up to you and talking to you, because they know that this one, she looks like a decent girl. They know when they see a decent girl, you know. And a lot of guys, you know, when they say, oh, that girl, this one is hit and run, you know, just hits and you run. And that's not what you're looking for, my sisters. So, you know, an example of how to dress when you're going out, you know, depending on where you're going. Say you're meeting a guy, for example, for a date, then, you know, say you want to go for a movie, for example, you can just wear denim. You know, you could either wear you know, skinny jeans, or you could wear you know, boot cut jeans, you know, with heels. Always make sure you wear heels, because it, you know, makes you look nice and poised. You know, it gives you that poisonous. Anyway, you get my drift. You know, in the way you look, in the way you carry yourself, you know, even if it means that you don't wear those heels until you get, just make sure you wear it before he sees you, okay? Because look, the struggle is real, divas. We know the struggle with high heels. We know that those things, they're not very comfortable, but no pain, no gain. I'm from that school of, you know, no pain, no gain. So the way you dress is going to attract a certain guy. So yeah, so if you're going to see a movie, you know, you can wear denim, you know, with a nice top, you know, nothing too revealing, but something that, you know, flattens or flatters your figure. I don't know, English is failing me today. You know, something like that. You don't want to look like you try too much. And then with your makeup, keep it nice and subtle. You know, just make it look like you woke up like this. Don't overdo it, okay? And if you're going out for a meal, if it's taking you out for a meal, depending on where you're going, you know, if it's to Nando's, then you might as well just, you know, wear your denim and, I don't know, trainers. I don't know, divas. Just try and look decent, okay? First impressions last. But if he's taking you to a nice restaurant, you might want to wear a lovely dress, you know, maybe something fitted, or maybe like an A-line dress, you know, something nice and pretty like that, you know, because you're going out for an evening meal, so you want to look the part, you know. Make sure that your makeup is nicely done, maybe wear a bit of red lipstick, you know, the hair is on point, maybe slick it back or something, you know, let your face show, let him know, man, this girl, she's not playing, she's a chikala, okay, and she comes correct, okay? Act right when you get there, you know, carry your nice little bag, you know. It's not, I mean, it doesn't have to, you're not carrying a clutch, because it's just for a meal, you know. It's not like he's taking you to his sister's wedding or something, so, you know. But nice, you know, bag, a bag that's big enough to hide your slippers, okay? Thank me later. So that if, you know, if you have to jump on the bus back home, you know, and the brother has long gone, you just slip out those slippers and wear it, Jerry, you know, and be comfortable before you end up wearing flats for the rest of the week, because, you know, you hurt that big bunion on your toe or something. Make sure your hair's nice. Just don't try too hard, divas, or don't make it look like you try too hard, you know. What else? Make sure that you're nicely covered, boobs are not all hanging out, your clothes are not too tight, you know, you're not wearing too much jewelry. Why are you wearing like 3 chains? For what? Are you MC Hammer? Can't touch this. Yes, they can. You're not going to your grandfather's 88th birthday party or something, so, you know, what's with all the jewelry? You know, it's, nah. Less is more, divas. And when I say less is more, I mean in all ramifications, in your dress, your dressing, in your makeup, the way you do your hair, the way you carry yourself. Do not talk too much when you get there. Oh, and also, if the guy's taking you out on a date, I said this in my last video, make sure that he either picks you up from home. Now, somebody did say, I wouldn't want him to know my home, but I mean, that's fine too, but I'm assuming if you're going on a date with a guy, you know him to some degree, you know, you trust him, so you know, that's hence my suggestion that if he drives, let him pick you up at home. You're a lady, let him come and pick you up at home. However, if he doesn't drive, then, you know, you can meet at a mutually agreeable place, you know, somewhere that you two have agreed that works for you, then you can meet there. Or, you know, you can meet at the restaurant. But if you do meet at the restaurant, make sure that you're not too early. Arrive maybe 10-15 minutes late. Let the man wait, okay? So that when you're coming, he's looking at you and he's like, wow, look look at this chick, man. Look at her. She is fine, fine, fine with a capital F. And he's going to treat you with respect. You know, don't talk too much. See, I'm trying to talk just about dressing and I'm getting into other things, but that's just me. You know, I can't just keep it on one thing. You know, I'm passionate and I just kind of see myself oozing out and talking about other things. That's the way God created me, okay? Anyway, my divas, that's it about the dressing thing. I'll see what I'll talk about next week, but you know, watch this space, my divas, watch this space, because there's more coming, okay? It's from your big sister Grace, and then to your fellow sister. For those who are the same age as me, or to my older sisters, I say hello, thank you, and bye. All right? Okay, my darlings, remember that Jesus loves you, and I, Grace Facequizite, I love you too, very, very much. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Oh, and don't forget to follow your girl on social media. I am at Facequizite on all my social media platforms. All right, my lovelies. All right then, stay fabulous. Bye bye.